everyone, it's Shana Fossum, financial advisor here at Security First Asset Management with your weekly market update. So upcoming event items first. I know you guys are all anxious to do your taxes, right? Tax document schedule. So for 2022 taxes, deadline for the annuities to issue their 1099s is January 31st, which is tomorrow. For our Pershing brokerage accounts, they're doing these in waves. So the first set will come out January 31st, then February 15th, February 28th, and March 15th. So look in your mailbox for those lovely tax items. And since we're in the first quarter of 2023, we're going to talk about our first quarter drawing of the year. This is for a $100 gift card to StubHub. That'll get you tickets to concerts, baseball games, football games, soccer games, any kind of event you want. So if you refer a friend, you'll be entered into that drawing. All right, last item of business is our state of the market. This will be done on Thursday, February 23rd in our office at 5:45. So if you want to come learn about what we think about what's going to happen this year in the economy, come attend this. All right, so what happened last week in the market? Well, the S&P 500 rallied. It ended the week up 2.48%, and the NASDAQ was up 4.32%. Consumer discretionary and communications performed well last week as well. Also big in the news last week was the U.S. debt ceiling and their desire to raise it once again. It was raised in 2021. Researchers at Third Way, which is a Democratic think tank, they estimated back in December, last month, that a debt limit breach could kill up to 3 million jobs, add $130,000 to the cost of an average 30-year mortgage, and balloon the national debt by an additional $850 billion. As of Friday, 19 companies in the S&P 500 issued forward earnings per share guidance for the first quarter of 2023. Of these 19 companies, 89% issued negative guidance, and that is well above the 5-year average of 59%. Now, this week, the Feds will meet. They will determine what percentage of the rate hike will be. The Feds are wanting to cool the economy, which essentially means they want to raise interest rates. They want to see higher unemployment. They want to slow down the demand for goods and credit, and they want to decrease corporate growth. Essentially, they're trying to get the economy to contract. And this is usually a lagged effect as it takes time for interest rate hikes to be felt as it ripples down among us. Now, if we look over growth over the last 3 years, pre-pandemic to now, the median income has grown by 7%, but overall costs have increased by nearly 16%. That includes our 27% increase in transportation cost, a 20% increase for food and beverage cost, and 14% increase in housing cost. And that partly explains why, according to the survey, 45% of Americans say that their overall financial health is worse now compared to prior to the pandemic. And if any of you guys have gotten food at the grocery store, you're seeing this. I paid $25 for 5 dozen eggs and about killed me. So just so you know that the core CPI index excludes energy and food. So this 16% is probably more of a real indicator of inflation. The Federal Reserve's most recent report on cost of consumer credit showed interest rate hikes on average for bank credit cards is touching 20%, which is a record high. Speaking of debt, U.S. consumer debt was up $1 billion from last year. It's up to $460 billion. And what is also concerning is that the average U.S. savings rate has declined considerably. Prior to the pandemic, the average U.S. American home savings was 10%. Right now, we're just above 3%. And that's this week's market update. Till next time, see ya.